welcome to Movies, Films, and Flicks. I am Mark Hoffmeyer, and joining me is a man that just slugged an entire can of Punch soda. It's David Cross.
What's going on? Hey, Mark.
Every 10 minutes, are you going to... go for it. What's up?
Happy birthday, Mark. It's your birthday. It's not really your birthday.
I mean, I'll take it whenever you give it to me, man. I'll just throw it out randomly whenever.
Well, you have to be careful because it's your birthday. You might get murdered.
I might want to have fun.
I mean, fun in quotation marks.
I just want everyone to know that every 10 minutes of this episode, we're going to take a break and slug some Punch soda. So whatever we're talking about, whatever life or death fight we're in, whatever cleaning we're doing, we're going to drop it, chug some Punch, and play some pinball. That pinball machine in Willy's Wonderland was custom, David.
You know how expensive that is?
Like each part had to be fabricated.
Are really expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Oof.
Man, I would hire this drifter to clean my place because, okay, before we get in, there's so much to talk about, but let's just talk about this character by Nick Cage. Janitor. How, okay, no human on this planet could clean as wet. Like, is this Janitor human? Or is this Janitor something like the Drive Angry character?
Okay. I'm glad you brought this up. I was also thinking about his cleaning skills. I was worried about bringing it up, and this is not a bit. I was actually thinking about it while watching this film because he's able to, with a bottle of water, basically, clean anything and everything off the walls when it would probably be smarter just to paint it. I don't think he is magical. I don't think he is superhuman. I think his Punch soda gives him powers.
Yeah, because so it's almost, those films where I need my shot or I'll become a werewolf, or I need my serum and I'll become a full-fledged vampire like in Blade. His Punch soda keeps him from becoming his Drive Angry character or Ghost Rider or Mandy. Not Mandy. He's not Mandy in that. He's Red in that one. I think so. Now, did he take the breaks because Tex McAdoo told him to take the breaks, or... you're right. He needs his Punch soda.
So this is a great question. This is sort of the meat of this episode because we're trying to understand the Janitor, who is an unknowable character. I asked myself the same question. Why did he take breaks? What I landed on was he was a precision-driven person, and once he did something, he would do exactly that until he was finished with it. So he mentally could not give up. It's like, okay, he has to clean the entire place because he said he would. He's going to take the breaks because he said he would. And then I guess he had this thing with soda, like we don't know how long, like every hour he was drinking a soda. Yeah, it's weird. It's his weakness. Like that's the thing I was thinking about this film. Like you have a character who's basically unbeatable, except for his one weakness is he follows his own codes.
Yeah, he does follow his own codes, doesn't he?
Yeah, and it's all time and potentially honor related. I don't know.
he's almost, what do you call it, a Ronin who's a disgraced samurai who doesn't have a master anymore, but he still sticks to this code. Or he's almost, they call this Pale Rider meets Killer Clowns from Outer Space. So, I mean, if you think about Pale Rider in those movies, he comes to town, stays, gets a mission done, and then leaves. But they have a code as well. Like they have a right or wrong. But what's interesting to me, David, is by him not leaving, they could have lit that place on fire, right? And killed all the puppets. Or would the puppets have run out and killed them? Actually, lighting a place on fire would just lead to a massive murder spree, because if they busted out of the place, then does that make sense?
Yes.
They can move whenever they want.
If they hadn't chained the doors shut and tried to burn it down, those things would have come running out. That's the problem.
Imagine that, David. You're a punk kid, and you light Willy's Wonderland on fire, and you're like, I got you, suckers. And then the door just explodes open, and murderous puppets come running at you.
Some of them might even be on fire a little bit.
That's even more terrifying.
Yes, it is. A partially melted I don't know, alligators just storming at you.
What's more terrifying? A partially on fire demonic serial killer alligator, or a Dawn of the Dead 2004 fast zombie on fire?
The fast zombie?
Yeah, I'd have to say so. Because
I think
Liv, she shivs Siren Sarah in this. Like, Liv is a little scrapper, and she's doing okay with a knife. But if you stab a zombie, it's just going to bite you, and you're a zombie. And then you're also on fire with burns.
Yeah. And I would also say the villains in this, the possessed animatronics, aren't that smart.
No, they're not.
Let's dissect this. So the villains come after the people almost one at a time, but not quite.
This is what I'm thinking.
Very strange.
This is what I'm thinking, because I thought that too. But I think these serial killers are so used to having the upper hand. Like, they would take a family into their super fun room and demolish them. I think they loved fear. They were egotistical. They are, and also these serial killers, they're a group, but I also think they're kind of individualistic because they're all serial killers. Like, you never hear of a gang of serial killers. So they're sort of stuck together for safety. I don't think they're going to rumble like the Warriors do. So I think they're used to this, because David, you're cleaning that place and a puppet comes at you. You're not going to janitor them. You and I are not going to janitor these creatures. So I think that they're full of hubris. They're used to being alphas. They're used to scaring. And this is just one person who gives zero. Like, there's no Ashy Slashy Evil Dead in here. There's no Ash freaking out. There is just Janitor killing people by headbutting and kicking them. So that's what I think. That's how I can rationalize these puppets.
Yeah.
Going one by one. I don't know if you think about that.
I think we're on this basically the same concept. The way that I rationed it in my head, the way I explained it in my head, was that they were all getting their turn, and that it was like a rotation. So like whoever came in next, whoever was going to be the sacrifice next, someone else would get their first attempt to kill and quote eat that person. Like
Final Destination, how death works through its order, and then if it misses somebody, it comes back to them later. So this one's just like Tito gets the kill, and then Artie, then Nighty Night, then Gus the Gorilla, then Ozzy the Ostrich, then Cammy the Chameleon, then Siren Sarah, and then Willy. And then it just sort of cycles through that.
Yeah, that's what I thought initially. It was like, well,
that makes a lot of sense.
It's Gus's turn. He's hungry. Let him do his thing. They're going to bring another one at who knows. They're probably going, you know what? They're probably going through a lot of drifters, at least one a month.
Yeah. I would say so.
Yeah. And here's another question. They always talk about how the animatronics have to eat. What are they referring to? The animatronics aren't going to literally eat the people. They're not cannibalist animatronics.
Is it eat in air quotes, where they just need to kill? They need to satiate their hunger for murder?
Yeah, I mean, that's the closest I can get to it. It doesn't really matter, though.
They've been doing it for a while, because Liv in this movie, she was, 3, 4? And in this movie, she's 20, 18? Somewhere along those lines. So one a month, I mean, they've fed hundreds of people to these creatures. Couldn't the town just bust in there with guns and just light them up? The sheriff, a few people, it's the country, everyone, people got guns out there. I'm not stereotyping, but you could find some people. Listen, let's go in there and shoot the living daylights out of these things. Wouldn't that have been, they could have done that, right?
I think so. They do a good job of showing that basically everyone other than the janitor was susceptible to these animatronics, these possessed animatronics, because the sheriff gets smacked in half.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is going on is that just no one would have been able to stand up to them at all, ever. Even if they would have tried to get a posse together, they would have ended up being killed in some way.
Do you think they feed on fear to a certain extent? And since
that's what I think, yeah,
Janitor doesn't give that to them. It's interesting watching these apex predators lose. I love movies like that sometimes, where it's just they're so full of it, and then they just get wiped out. Oh,
yeah,
it makes me happy.
Yeah. So you know what, Mark? We we dived right into the deep discussion on this.
We did.
So for your listeners who, just to let them know, we're doing Willy's Wonderland.
Hey, we're what, 350 episodes in? They know the drill for MFF.
Yeah, but let's take a step back though, because like I wanna kind of start talking about our expectations going into this film.
Okay.
Because we did a trailer podcast about this when it dropped, and I didn't know much about it. I watched a trailer. I didn't do anything else up until this movie because I try to stay spoiler free. But my expectations for this movie was like a Mandy level film, and I think it gets close. This is a, let's say, like mid to high range Nick Cage B movie.
Oh, so I wouldn't put this anywhere near Mandy, because Mandy to me is just art. And I'm not slagging on this movie. This is a movie that nails its tone and knows what it is, but I don't think it was trying to be as artistic as Mandy, if that makes sense. Is that what
it does?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going more along the entertainment.
Oh,
route.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, no, I really, so when we talked about it on the trailer talk, I was a little worried. And I remember, I think you said you thought it might have like an 85% tomato meter. And I said somewhere around, 50? I said 58. So do you remember?
Yeah.
And right now it's at 59. So I was worried.
Oh.
I was worried because a lot of people talk about how boring this is. And some people are writing home that Cage phoned in this performance.
Oh, you read the same review I did.
I don't think that's the case. And I also I was just a little worried about people. The problem is, I watch a lot of Scott Adkins movies. I watch a lot of B movies, and so do you. And that's not a bad thing. But when a movie like this hits the mainstream, people have mainstream expectations. They don't have expectations for this market of films. So they look at it and like, this sucks. But if you watch a lot of these movies, I think you're able to embrace it because you know the genre. So that's what I was worried about. People seeing this and going, oh, this is crap. But it's not. This is a good movie for exactly what it is. But I guess we're just so used to those kind of films that we know this particular genre of horror comedy or low budget horror.
Yes. This is what's really interesting. I think what you just triggered in my brain is the concept of B movie language.
Yes.
And it's, I think you encapsulated it already. It's the idea that this movie fits the language of a B movie, a lower rent movie. It's a mostly plot driven movie with horror aspects added to it. It's not like a superhero movie. So you're right. The expectations need to be set better. But yeah. I also don't know what people expect. Like watching the trailer for this versus watching the trailer for a superhero movie, they're wildly different. Like you can clearly tell the tones are different and the production value is different.
Yeah. I don't think people think that deeply about it. I really don't think people are used to, so, what's been interesting about 2020 and 2021 is a lot of smaller films are getting much bigger, more publicity and more eyes on them because of the pandemic. And so this movie's sort of become an event film. It really this is $20 rental. There's articles all over the place talking about this movie, Nick Cage fighting puppets. So I think there's almost a mainstream buzz about a movie that's not mainstream buzzy at all. But because of the pandemic, it's getting that treatment, which I think will hurt it to a certain extent. Because and even you're right. You watch a Marvel movie trailer and you're like, oh wow, this is $200 million. But then you watch it all comes down to individual expectations, I guess. Yours and mine are set because we know this genre so well. But maybe other people are expecting more production design or more character development or, I don't know, more Robert Downey Jr. I don't know. But this is a treat. Yeah. And can I tell you one thing I loved about this movie? And so I guess we'll just talk about the plot. We get the janitor driving in his beautiful Chevy. He gets a flat tire. A tow truck comes by randomly, picks him up, takes him to a shop, says it's about $1,000 to repair his tires, which isn't bad. That's actually a pretty good price, David.
Yeah, I don't have a car, but I'll let you tell me.
If I blew out all my tires and had some effects, and they're like, yeah, it'd be like $1,000 for all this, I'd be like, well, you're not gouging me. Like, probably could be better if I went to Costco, but this is not horrible. So the problem is, what's interesting too? The drifter has money. He just has a credit card. They don't take it because there's no cash, there's no internet. So he gets a job cleaning Willy's Wonderland, and if he does that, his car will be fixed for him. And they actually do that, which is random. But yeah, so he goes into Willy's to clean it, and he has to fight 8 animatronic puppets. Meanwhile, these 18 to 21-year-olds are going to go burn the place down because they know it's evil. Everybody in the town knows it's evil. And that's what I like about this film, where very few of these teenagers register, right? I like Liv. I like that she knife fights the siren. That Kaylee Cowan at least adds a weird personality to her thing. And I liked her relationship. I liked her relationship with her boyfriend. He's like, when we have kids, and like they had a weird little lived-in relationship. The other kids don't really register as characters, but I like that these kids didn't get into trouble because they were idiots. Well, they were idiots, but they're out of their league. But they're going to burn this place down. But they don't want the janitor to die. But the janitor won't leave. So then eventually they get dragged in, and then they die. So it's not. They don't register as characters, 80% of them, but I like that they're not criminals or, yeah, does that make sense?
It does. So you're falling back on this like 80s slasher trope of like the teenagers need to commit a sin to be killed.
Mm-hmm.
I think they do commit a sin, honestly. So they treat this as a field trip and not a mission. And as a result of that, they end up getting killed.
And Liv tells them not to do that, which I love,
exactly,
right?
Exactly. Yeah.
I like the agency of Liv, because she knife fights Siren and lives. And she's like, I stabbed her, but she'll be back. And then she fights the night, and she's surviving. It's an interesting, like, I know that the actress isn't given much to do, but I like the idea of the character. I think Emily Toss is fine in the role. I just like the agency. I've never seen a teenager knife a siren and live. It was very refreshing, certain aspects of this movie.
Yeah. So some of the things that I want to chat about my expectations, and so I thought this was going to be more of a horror movie going into it, and it's not a horror movie, and I know that's difficult to understand. It is a horror movie if you are a possessed animatronic ghost. I guess I should say. It's the idea of
that's funny
typically, I mean, I thought this was going to be Nicolas Cage running around being chased by these monsters, and it's the complete opposite. It's Nicolas Cage running around chasing the monsters, and I have never seen a movie like that. It is a reverse horror movie. That's like the theme that I keep going back to, and that's wild because it's the opposite of what you're taught, or how you're taught to write a story.
Yeah,
like in a different story, and probably like one that was more traditional. It would be the animatronics being hunted down by a psycho Nick Cage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I like the play on expectations for sure. I dug that. And did you like how physically dominant he was over these puppets? Because I like when he's handcuffed, and the next scene we headbutts, kicks one. The next scene we see, he's sitting on one of the siren's head, and then he snaps her neck with his legs, and then he just busts out of his handcuffs. But I think his alarm goes off, and he has to go drink some soda and play some pinball.
You mean make love to that pinball machine?
Yeah. And I gotta tell you, I don't ever feel like Cage is exploited in this movie. He has no freakouts, but I think the pinball and drinking, it feels natural, man. It feels organic, and I really like that about his performance. I really liked it. Do you think people will be disappointed by the lack of a freak out?
That's a great question. I'm a huge Cage fan, and I love this film. I love him in this film. Yep. And here's why. It's different. But I wish people understood how difficult it is to have, or how I put this. This is very difficult for me to get out. He holds this film together. Mm-hmm. And he has an aura throughout it that holds this film together without saying a single word. Think about that. Like, you know how hard that is? Like, this just shows that he is a very capable actor and able to do a whole bunch of stuff, even if some of that stuff is not saying a single word.
That's beautiful. And did you hear what director Kevin Lewis had to say about him?
No.
Actually, Kevin Lewis just nearly died because of COVID, and he survived, which is kind of, he wrote a nice story about surviving it. But he was talking about Nick Cage, And when the first day of shooting, Cage looked at the director and went, "We're in it now," and smiled at him. And that was one of the few words he said. And then the last day of filming, he looked at the director and said, "Hey, good luck with your movie." And then he left. But he was just a consummate. He did all the stunts, all the, like, you know, pool cue fighting, pool stick fighting. But the director said how professional and committed and kind he was. And that shows in this role. He's not phoning it in. I watched a movie recently with Rachel Brosnahan on Amazon. I forget what the name is. It's really good. But people were saying that she underacts and she's boring. But I found it to be a thrilling, subtle, nuanced performance. And that's what I'm getting from Cage in this movie. He's not phoning it in, David. I keep saying that. I'm like a broken record saying this, but a very long way of saying that he was committed to this, and he doesn't wink at the camera. There's you never see him breaking the fourth wall. He's very eccentric, but it's something that almost, like you said, he's a precision driver, so he sticks to his schedule. It all makes sense to me. It never pulled me out of the movie once.
Yeah, same. And let's think about why he took this role, why Nick Cage took this role. And if you're asking me, it's because it's something different.
Yeah.
Like, he's known for having these freakouts, known for his acting ability, his words, frankly, his choices. And this is an opportunity for him to do something completely different in a genre that I wholeheartedly think he loves. I think he unironically loves B movies, and this was an opportunity for him to try something different.
And he produced it, so he loves it.
Yeah. You know, I think this is a good time for us to bring up Geo Parsons. Yeah. He is the script writer. Did you read anything about him in your research?
Well, so I know that he was a writer, and they told him to kind of expand out with his career, and then he ended up writing this script. He wrote plays, and then this ended up on the Blood List for years, and then they eventually got it made. That's kind of what I know about Geo Parsons.
Yeah, I listened to 2 podcasts with him talking about this, and both podcasts basically talk about the same 3 or 4 things, and he does the same story. So, Geo, if you're listening, you have your PR down, and that is a compliment. But he was an actor/writer, and he did exactly what you said. He put this movie together put the script together as a way to star himself. He was going to play the janitor, and it just sort of languished for years and years and years, and he couldn't get it done. It took about a decade, and then someone told him, like, hey, like, maybe you should try with a different actor, and then it'll finally get made. And he agreed, and the only actor they wanted was Nicolas Cage.
Wow.
And he's in this interview, I can't remember which one, but he said, you know, I only wanted to give my baby to someone who I know could really do it. And their number one was Nicolas Cage. The only person they gave it to was Nicolas Cage. Guess what? Nicolas Cage did it. That's amazing.
And he respected the material. I don't know how much changed or how much he talked about changed on the podcast, but you could tell that Cage embraced the material and didn't take it over. Because you do watch certain movies where a major A-list actor will get a hold of a script and it changes for them. I feel like Cage took the script, bonded with it, and then made it. I think he respected the director and writer on this. Is that the vibe you got from the podcast episodes?
They talked about that. Yeah, they talked about that. They talked about first. They said that once they got Nick Cage involved, they started going around trying to get money, which is a long, difficult process, and they were getting studio notes like, you need to change X, Y, and Z, and basically Cage was like, if you want me involved, I am making this script. This is the script you're going to get.
Wow.
And he was standing up for Geo Parsons and everyone else. And then clearly I might be like exaggerating a little bit, but that's what they talked about, the main gist of it. And then the other thing that changed, the name for this was originally Wally's World. And in the interview that I listened to, Geo Parsons said, if anyone asks, always give a crazy story about why it changed from Wally's World to Willy's World. So let's really quickly make up a crazy story. Let's say okay, I had this idea and I'm already fumbling it.
Because Wally World is Lampoon.
Well,
right?
it's not just that. So I do have a theory on this.
Oh, yeah, let's
but
hear it.
I'm still trying to come up with a crazy story of why it changed, just so we can honor Geo Parsons' request.
Oh, it's the change from Willy to Wally.
Yeah. So it's pedantic. It's like it's just a small thing, but he literally said, like, if someone asks you and they don't know, just make something up that's hilarious. And I'm like,
I think. All right. So how about this? For me, there's when the movie, let's see, when Tammy and the T-Rex came out, which we did the episode on. Actually, Jay Cluett, my Deep Blue Sea podcast co-host, just watched Tammy and the T-Rex and listened to our episode and loved it, David. I just want to give you a heads up.
thank you.
But they were talking about it was Tammy and the Teenage T-Rex, and then something happened, and then it became Tammy and the T-Rex, and no one knows why. So I'm just thinking it went from Wally's World to Wally's Wonderland or to
Wally's Wonderland to Willy's Wonderland.
So I think it was just might have been a typo.
Oh, I mean, I thought that he just was a really big fan of the Wahlbergs, and he was a. And then someone told him, he was like, the Wahlbergs are problematic, and he's like, I guess I'll change it to Willy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Do we know anybody bad named Will? Like they like Willie Mays Hayes from Major League.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we honored the tradition of making up a fake reason, but I'm going to give you the real reason now, Mark.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So Geo Parsons said that it's just legal, like someone else already had Wally's World. And so he didn't say it outright, but he intimated to it in both podcasts. And I was like, well, I wonder where Wally's Wonderland comes up. And my guess is that it's from Wall-E Weasel from The Simpsons.
Whoa.
Yeah. So if you remember, Wall-E Weasel is a purple weasel, and it's a knockoff of Chuck E. Cheese. And so I'm just thinking that the main character, the main bad guy in Willy's Wonderland is Willy the Weasel. It's very hard to say. And in the previous script, it would have been Wally the Weasel, and Wally the Weasel is from The Simpsons. So that's probably what happened there.
Oh my gosh. You nailed it.
Yeah. And then the names of, like, some of the characters changed too. Not the characters, but the animatronics changed. Some of them. I don't think all of them did, though.
I mean, I love these monsters. Hey, so how about this? Let's take a quick break, and then when we come back, I want to rank the deaths of each of the monsters, and then we'll get into our favorite moments. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
All right, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Movies, Films, and Flicks, and we got to do this, David. We got to talk about okay, I guess we don't have to go through the killing of all 8 of the monsters, or the puppets, but let's talk about our 2 favorite deaths in puppet deaths in this. How's that sound?
I'm happy to do that. I think our top 2 are going to be the same, and I would encourage us to do the top 3, because the third one I think might be different.
I mean, my number 1 is I'm jumping on you here, or should I do 3? What should I do?
Let's do 3. Let's do 3 and move up.
Okay, so this is a two-parter. I love when Liv fights Tito the turtle.
So good. It's so good.
But what I love, though, Tito comes at her, and then she just smashes Tito in the head, and Tito just falls to the ground. And then Liv, who's a badass in this movie, just starts pulverizing Tito's balls. I mean, just whap, 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 whap. I mean, just an insane amount of groin strikes to this turtle. Then later on, when they're driving away, which the Chevy might be magical because they bust up Tito explodes, and then the car's fine. So it's interesting about the car. Very Drive Angry-esque. But I just like that Liv popped it in the head. Like, there's moments in this movie that didn't play how I expected. And I like that. And I like that Liv shivved the siren. And I like that she just destroyed a animatronic turtle's nether regions, which makes me laugh. So that's my number 3.
Yeah, and no mas.
Doesn't he say my balls? Okay. Doesn't he go, oh, my balls?
I think he does.
That means this turtle feels.
I know that the some of them do, some of them don't. It's wild, and I don't even care.
Oh, I love it.
All right, my number 3 is Gus Gorilla. When he gets urinal stomped is the best way I'm going to describe it. But that whole fight scene is really funny because it's It's when they're still not taking the janitor very seriously and still talking mess to him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to plunge you to death.
Oh, yeah, he has the plunger. Oh, man, that makes me so happy. And like he says, I'm going to eat your eyes out. I'm going to eat your eyes out. But the bathroom fight, I love a good bathroom fight. And that's just such, yeah, you're right. I mean, I didn't see it going that far, but it's beautiful. All right, so I'm going to put my number 2 is when he fights the ostrich, Ozzy the ostrich, in the first fight. Now, I like the mop kind of technique that he's doing, but it's when he rips out Ozzy's spine, right? Is that the scene? Ozzy gets his spine ripped out. He rips out Ozzy's spine. Very Mortal Kombat-esque. And then he goes and changes his ringer shirt, which makes me so happy. But
and cleans up.
I just watched Nick Cage rip an animatronic ostrich's spine out of its body. Beautiful. That's my number 2.
Yeah. My number 2 is the same one you had, just like I thought it might be. What I love about this is that they play with the ostrich's giant eyes, which is really creepy. And I also love that the janitor doesn't really react like you think he's going to react. Like the first time, like in a normal horror movie, this person would freak out and walk away and then slowly walk up and like nudge it. But the janitor immediately starts punching it. Like, something's happening here. It's very, very fun. It's great.
Oh, it makes me happy. It's beautiful. All right, you do your number 1 because I don't want to step on yours. I can pivot because I have 2. I don't know which one I'm going to pick.
Okay, my number 1 is Wally Weasel.
Yep.
Just because it's a 2-parter, right? And he loses, but I particularly like the final part of the fight when he goes and gets his stick and a bag of soda.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I don't understand why he's using the soda. He could have picked anything else, but there he was.
What I like about it is he uses strategy against Wally. So Wally, I love the puppetry, by the way. I think it looks beautiful. And we talked about this on the other episode, but the guy who did it worked on Critters and Ghoulies. The dude knows his stuff. But I love that Wally is so big. No, Willy. Oops. Willy is so big that it just throws looping haymakers. And so you can see Janitor using the stick to block those haymakers and land punches. It's quite cool. It's a thought out fight, which I really like, and that makes me happy. I mean, and I like the strategic scratches on the shirt. That always makes me happy too, when it's running around slashing them.
Okay, what's your number 1?
Well, all right, so for me, it's got to be Artie the alligator when he just rips its mouth open and it's brutal. It just snaps its mouth open. It just makes me happy. I just like it.
Yeah. And I think being too, I'm going to crop myself in this, but 2 Florida boys, like it's nice. It's nice when you see a gator or an alligator, a gator or a kraken, something.
And our crawl episode, what a beautiful movie.
All right, that's great.
Yeah, that's mine. Do you want to talk about our favorite moments from this movie?
I do. Okay, so I'm going to start with number 5. So I have 5 of them. My number 5 is Punch Cola. I love the idea of Punch Cola. It's extra caffeinated. What flavor do you think it is?
Okay, so it's a darker substance, correct?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's a cola flavor, but there's probably like a secondary flavor.
It looks like a cherry, or maybe a coffee Coke, because Coke just came out with those. But for some reason, I see a weird cherry, Red Bully taste. And it's not green tasting to me. I think it has more of a cherry or Red Bully type kick.
I love the idea that it has a cherry flavor to it. It just feels perfect for that character, and I can't explain why.
Yeah, it's perfect. I mean, it's it never, what I love? It never felt precious to me, his soda drinking. I hate when movies feel precious, like an inorganic element that doesn't service the plot or the character. This soda drinking felt organic to me, and that's why I love. It's pretty impressive, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so my number 5 is when the janitor looks at Willy in the beginning with his glasses. The janitor senses something. We'll never know. But when the janitor looks at Willy before he goes in to clean, He senses it. He feels it. I'm telling you, the janitor feels it. He's waiting for it. He senses evil, and that's what I think. That's my number 5. Because I read that much into Nick Cage with his glasses staring at the thing. It made me happy.
Yeah, I got that too. Again, this is an example of him not phoning it in. Okay, my number 4 is Ozzy the Ostrich getting just brutalized.
Oh gosh.
And what I love about this that I haven't mentioned already is when he goes, "I'm going to feast on your face." And then Nick Cage just like starts beating him. He doesn't even wait a beat. It's amazing.
There's no hesitation. I like what Nick Dissemblian from Empire Magazine wrote. He said it's refreshing that there isn't, let me find this quote because I really like it from his review. What's refreshing is just how bizarre the central character is, not responding to the Evil Dead carnage or Ash-esque fear, but with a total nonplussed demeanor. That makes me happy. It's, it just goes and beats the daylights out of him. Oh, it's beautiful. I love that scene.
He's a very video game-esque character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so I have my favorite moments, but I think we talked about a couple of them during the kills. So I'm just going to talk about other random moments that I like, so we won't be covering the same territory. I like it when he has Liv on his shoulder, and he runs up and one punch KOs 2 monsters. He just slugs them in their faces, and then walks right past them. These monsters are nothing to him.
Yeah, the hallway scene. Yeah, that's so amazing.
Yeah, that makes me happy. I like that. That was good.
So my number 3 is the music. Just all the music. The entire catalog is fantastic. There's the birthday song, the chicken song, the head, shoulders, knees, and toes fights. There's the rock song about Willy's Wonderland. I was shocked at how much I enjoyed and how strange it was.
I feel terrible not knowing the name, but it's EMOI. So emo or I can't think of the name, but EMOI is the name of someone who did the score, and they got brought in because they've done hundreds of commercials, this person, but they liked the idea of the punk rock western, and so he read the script. It's your birthday and we want to have fun. It's your birthday and let's party, everyone. It was in the script, so I took those lyrics and I created a whole song out of them, a whole jingle. He's like, and I added lyrics to it, added a Willy voice to it, all kinds of stuff to it, and then sent it to them, and they were like, it's amazing. They all had it stuck in their heads so hard that they had to just basically give me the job. And he said that normally when he does commercials, the problem with commercials that I've worked on is you have the marketing agency, and then you have let's say there's an Audi commercial. You have the agency who came up with the idea, and then you have the people from Audi that watch the commercial, and then you have the director, so you have 80 different people, not 80, well, shoot, you have 20-some people wanting their input into this. And he talked about how refreshing it was that it was just him coming up with the score because it was by himself during the pandemic. And he talked about how much he loved it, this score. But yeah, it's perfect. Like, I love the songs. They're catchy, and they hit above their weight. And I also read, David, that the sound design mix was done as a favor by 3-time Academy Award winner Paul N.J. Audison. So an Academy Award winner did the sound mixing on this movie.
As a favor.
Yeah, as a favor. But it sounds good. It sounds really good.
I think you nailed something we haven't talked about. This movie is swinging way above its weight class.
Yes.
Like, it was made for the estimated cost of $5 million. It's swinging way higher. And the director did a really good job of making it look like there's more money than they actually had.
Yeah.
And through clever editing, through clever lighting, they tried real hard.
I mean, if you look at the people that worked on this, so the people that created the creature designer, Kenneth J. Hall, he got started with Corman. He worked on Carnosaur. So this guy knows how to stretch a budget because he worked with Corman. So they brought in all these people and had favors, and it turned out really well. I dug it. Made me happy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, so I guess my number 4 is just at the end when Tex McAdoo just gives his keys to Janitor. There's no argument. He just, all right, here you go. I like that.
It is just bizarre. You go, oh, thanks for cleaning up my town.
Because he didn't try to double cross him. He didn't try to do any of that. He's like, well, crap, you did your job, so here's your keys. It was just interesting. And Janitor didn't even try to kill these guys. I love it. It just made me happy.
It gives a little bit more nuance to the characters. It's like, yeah, we're killing people, but we don't really want to kill people.
Yeah, we just find drifters because we don't want. Just
All
move
right, so
I'll go for it.
So my number two is one you've already covered, and that's when the janitor is going through the hallway with Cammy Chameleon, and then he just backhands Tito and Sarah. Like it's just so good, and that part's funny, but the part that really sets it over the top for me is they zoom in on Liv's face, and she gives this look like WTF.
Yeah, it's beautiful, right?
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, I love it. It's such a good scene. I guess for me, the next one is the backstory of the serial. So this place was owned by a serial killer, and then he hired other killers to work there, and they took advantage of people coming in and then murdered them. But they're cowards. So instead of being caught, they do a satanic pact, and they get put into the puppets. And it's a bonkers story, but it's not that much of a narrative leap to believe that. There's just cowardice serial killers.
They play it so seriously.
Yeah, just cowardice serial killers who do a satanic pact, because they're kind of little punks, to be honest, David. Like I'm not going to lie, I don't know what I have to say to be honest, but they're just punks who kill themselves and then they get put into puppets. So it's a good, okay, here's the thing for me. A movie can be insane, but as long as it has a somewhat explanation for the insanity that makes ABC sense, there's a logic to it, I'm on board. I am fully on board. And that's what this did. And so that's my number 3.
Awesome. Yeah. So this is my number 1. My number 1 is the pinball lovemaking scene.
Yeah. Oh.
It's clearly him having sex with a pinball machine.
Yeah, he's stealing that thing up.
Yeah, and I was thinking about it, it's like, why is he so happy about this? And I realized it's because he has achieved his goal. He has completely cleaned the entire place, and now he's just waiting to leave.
I love it, right? And he's just enjoying himself.
Yeah, so good.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. And that's the moment, I think, like, people wanting a Cage freak out, that's the moment people are going to gravitate towards.
Oh, man. Oh, that makes me so happy. All right, so my number 2 is when he's handcuffed, and it's going to be the Siren and the Chameleon are coming at him, a menage a trois. And they cut, and they come back later, and Cage knocks him out with a headbutt and a kick. But then Cage is just sitting on Siren's head and snaps her neck. Like, it's just, he had 0 problems, David. 0 problems. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and here's another example of, like, Cage acting and you're not realizing it. When right before that scene cuts, it starts with the song Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes comes on, and then Cage, like, tweaks his neck like he's excited to go do this.
Yeah, cracks the neck. I love it.
What I like even more about it is that when he rips out of the cups, it's implied that he did it this way. Like, he could have broken out at any time, and he was just trying to challenge himself.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he could have done it any time he wanted.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Beautiful. That's my number 2. What's your number 2?
Oh, I've gone through by 5. So we've each gone through 5.
Oh, have we? Oh, what? Yeah, so we've done 5, but my number 1 is just basically him cleaning the walls, the posters, the tables, the bathrooms. It's really relaxing, and I love it. And he pulls it off beautifully. And it's him. There's no stunt hands. So that's what makes me happy. So that's my favorite aspect of the movie.
They do have some really good montages here.
Oh, I love it. It's so good.
Yeah. So Mark, there's one thing I really think that we should discuss, and your listeners will probably expect us to discuss about it before we move on, and we don't have to spend a lot of time on it. But that is this film's how do I put this? Similarities to Five Nights at Freddy's. Are you familiar with Five Nights at Freddy's?
I am not. So
okay.
When I first heard about this movie, I knew about Five Nights and Freddy, and I knew about the Five Nights from Freddy's, and I knew about the theme, so I just typed in real quick, Willy's Wonderland lawsuit.
I did that too.
To see if there was an incident, and there never was. So I was like, oh, okay, it's safe. So we're fine. It's cool.
Yeah. I mean, and so the similarities is that so I haven't played the game. So again, like I'm these are super generic similarities for me. Is that there's like killer animatronics and a security guard has to survive X amount of time in essentially a Chuck E. Cheese. So there are similarities. Geo Parsons talks about those similarities, and first he said that he's very happy that people are making those comparisons, but he did not really know about Five Nights at Freddy's when he started making the script, because he started doing it like a decade ago. And his whole thing was like he was paying homage to the really strange 80s, early 90s movies like Demonic Toys, Puppet Master, all those type of movies, and that he just didn't know about it. And so there's sort of a coincidence that the two are similar. And then he brought up this really interesting point, and he's like, there can be two things that are similar that you can love both of them, like Coke and Pepsi, and Marvel and DC.
What's interesting? A lot of people don't realize that scripts were written 10 years before. It's it's not really. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, to be fair, like he's right in some sense. Like the idea that childhood things can be scary is not new. Like Child's Play. You can also look at Toby Hooper's Funhouse, and that's like not quite childhood, but like the same general concept. So like Five Nights at Freddy doesn't have corner of the market on that idea. That idea has been around a very, very long time.
Oh, great point. Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah. So everyone says, hey, you're stealing from Five Nights, but Five Nights, there was Puppet Master before this. There was Ghoulies. There was Child's Play. There was Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Ah, interesting.
Critters.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. I like it.
Yeah. But I mean, they're similar, but like is Five Nights at Freddy's about a dude who is completely nonplussed and will destroy animatronics? Like, I don't think so.
That's funny. Yeah, no, yeah. That's a great point. So that's why there was no lawsuits.
Yet. If this movie does really well, there's going to be a lawsuit.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so I have a surprise for you, Mark.
Oh, no.
Nick Cage versus Christopher Walken movie draft.
Oh, let's do it.
I'm going to give you a movie, and you tell me if it would be better with Nick Cage or Christopher Walken.
Okay, I'm in.
And it could be any version of Nick Cage or Christopher Walken, whatever your perfect version of that character is, that actor is.
Oh, I love it.
Okay. When Harry Met Sally.
Let's see. That's Sally or Nick Cage. Okay, so I'm thinking Billy Crystal. He's very sarcastic. And then so you got to think who could pull off that dialogue with them. Who could be this over-talking, speed-talking, oblivious, without seeming unlikable. I'm going Chris Walken.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because
I did not expect that.
I think Chris Walken could be, he could pull off the hyper talking, sort of oblivious type character and still be likable. I think there are some characters who, I don't know, like, I think if Cage talks a lot over Meg Ryan, he might not be that likable. So that's what I'm saying.
I think Nick Cage is really the route for this one.
Ooh, yeah. I like it. I like that surprise you, because sometimes when we do this, we're on the same thing here. So I'm happy that happened.
Yeah. I just can't get over the way Christopher Walken speaks as an actor, and I don't think he can. I'm sure he can deliver the fast lines, but it's not him. Like, it's not the essence of Christopher Walken. Okay. This one's so ridiculous. RoboCop.
Okay, so let's see. Do that. Let's see. He plays that. That's a really great question, because Peter Weller, man, I can't see Peter. Okay, so Peter Weller, very stoic, great chin, very Walken.
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree with that one.
I think he fits better with Verhoeven than Cage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. A Verhoeven Cage movie would be pretty wild, honestly.
Oh, that'd be beautiful, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So I know that Christopher Walken was in one of these movies, but James Bond.
Man. Oh, wow. Okay. So let's think about this here. We have, Walken or Cage. Walken or Cage. Walken or Cage. Walken or Cage. Man, that's a great one. Oh, okay. All right.
I can go first if you want.
Yeah, please do.
Okay, I think Christopher Walken can play suave better than Nick Cage, so I would see him as James Bond.
Oh yeah, he would be suave.
Young Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, Nick Cage doesn't come off suave ever in anything he's in.
No. But I want to see what he brings to it, though.
That's true. Yeah.
That could be... Okay, I want to see Cage because it would be a completely different version of it. That's what it is. I'm going there. I'm going Nick Cage because it would be so weird. There it is.
I respect your lean into the weirdness. I would also want to see that.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
We have two more. Phil from Groundhog's Day.
Wow. Walken. Because
yeah, I think you're right.
I love Cage, but you need to have this dry. Like Bill Murray pulled it off because he's just so dry, and I think Walken would do that. I want to see Walken do it.
Yeah, you need more of an understated role.
Yeah, I'm not being very. Yeah, I'm going Walken. I'm not Cage. Cage is one of my favorite actors, so I feel terrible, but I'm going Walken. That's what I'm thinking.
This is the last one, and this is a hard one because I won't know what I'm going to pick until the last second. Chuck Nolan from Castaway. This has been a really rough one. I feel bad. I've been hammering it.
Oh, man. Who would make you cry more going after Wilson? That's what it comes
Nicolas
down to.
Cage. I mean, imagine a son.
Yeah, I'm going Nick Cage. I'm going to go Nick Cage. I'm going to do that. I like that.
Yeah, because you also know that he would commit to gaining a dumb amount of weight.
Oh, yeah. All right, that's it. Nick Cage. I'm doing that.
Okay, Nick Cage. You got it. Congratulations, you've completed the Nick Cage vs. Christopher Walken movie trivia.
I love it. All right, so hey, do you want to? We're going to do a quick draft, right, before we get out of here?
Yeah, we are. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that. This will be fun, right?
Yep.
All right, so we're going to do a draft of. Well, we're going to do a draft of characters who just don't talk much in movies.
Yeah. I would say silent or near silent. So like one or two words, or they can make a couple noises, but they're primarily known to be silent.
I love it. Do you want to go first?
You know, I'm going to give you the opportunity to go first because I put you through the Nick Cage, Christopher Walken thing. And, I feel like that one was very difficult.
That was stressful and I loved it. Oh man. All right. So I got to do it. I'm going One Eye from Valhalla Rising, and that's played by Mads Mikkelsen. It's a Nicholas Winding Refn movie. I'm a big fan of it. I think it's just a bonker. So I watched Valhalla Rising, then I was just surprised at how many people were surprised that Only God Forgives. I'm like, wait, you guys think this movie is crazy? Have you not seen Valhalla Rising? But it's just him up in the Highlands killing people and being quiet. And I would love to see Mads Mikkelsen fight puppets. So that's mine.
That's amazing. Yeah, so this is really hard, but I feel like I have to do this, even though I think it's a little bit of a ringer. I think Jason Voorhees is my number one.
Oh.
And I was going back and forth between him and Michael Myers, but because we did that big story on Jason Voorhees, I decided to go with him because I know the character so much better. And just so everyone's clear, Jason does have a couple lines in the series, so he's not completely silent.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, that's a great pick. Man. Okay, so I'm going to go with... This is a weird one, but I remember watching this movie back in the day and just being really taken aback by it, and that was Crispin Glover in Charlie's Angels. Do you remember him being the thin man, like the really quiet guy? I like that. I thought that was pretty cool in that movie. I really liked him as a villain, so I'm going Thin Man from Charlie's Angels.
Okay, that's great. I'm going to take Christopher Russell in Soldier.
Oh, Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell, yeah, Kurt Russell in Soldier.
I can't believe
it's been a very long time since I've seen it. I know he didn't say anything, or says hardly anything, like 100 words.
Oh man, I'm mad I didn't pick that. That's a really good one. I liked it. Paul Anderson. I dig it. All right. Let's see. I want to add some different people into this. I want to make this. Let's see. Oh, that's a weird character. I'm not going to do that. I don't care. I'm taking Danny Trejo's character from Desperado.
Good. He's good. Yeah, that's fun.
I mean,
yeah.
Okay. I went and bought knives at so I grew up in like a weird like in the country in Florida, not really the country, but somewhat. But I remember watching this, and I made my mom take me to a flea market so I could buy throwing knives after watching Desperado.
I know a lot of people who did that.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. My number 3, and this is going to start making it a weird list because I think we need to add some weird stuff to it. Mr. Bean.
Oh yeah, he says nothing. That's a good one.
Jason Voorhees and Mr. Bean.
I got a bunch of violent characters here. I like them. All right, we got that. I got to add something different. Let's see. I'm a big fan of Samantha Morton, so I'll do that. I'll take her role in Hattie in Sweet and Lowdown. It's like 1930s musical drama.
Okay.
But she like Oscar nominated for not saying much. So you kind of have to include somebody in a list who got nominated for an Oscar for not saying much. So I'm taking Hattie in Sweet and Lowdown.
Okay. So my next one, we can debate whether this one counts or not. Wally from Wally.
I mean, yeah, he makes noises. He says Eva occasionally, but that's about it.
Yeah, I if you don't like that one, I could pick another one, but it's close.
It doesn't talk much. I'm fine with that. It works for me. I dig it.
Okay.
All right, so now I have to pick one. Let's just go Leatherface. Why not? That character wrecked my life when I was younger, so I'm doing that. Texas Chainsaw. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
All right, we should have our 10, right? Or you last?
I have 4.
Okay.
I have one more.
Got it.
And like, I know we should pick Silent Bob, but I'm not picking Silent Bob. I feel like that's such a cop-out.
Too easy.
It's too easy, and it's also not where my heart wants to be. My heart wants to be with Roach from People Under the Stairs.
Oh, yeah. Great character. That's a good one. All right, we're keeping that one. And now we're getting it down to 5, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Right.
This is the hard part.
All right, so can we keep Roach?
Absolutely. 100%.
Right. So we got Roach. Who else should we pick?
I really want to keep Mr. Bean because he's so weird.
I love that. And can we get Mads Mikkelsen in here?
Yeah, 100%. These auto-include.
All right. So we got Mads, we got Mr. Bean, we have Roach.
I mean, I do feel like we should have Hattie.
Yeah.
Because Oscars. Duh.
Yeah. If you don't say much, you can get nominated. I know there's the people and the artists, but we don't need them. I like Hattie. And I like that actress a lot. She's great. So we have Mads Mikkelsen, Mr. Bean, Hattie, and Roach. I'm leaning maybe towards, I like Danny Trejo from Desperado.
Yeah,
but
I think, go ahead.
No, that's kind of what my heart says.
I think that's an interesting choice. Do you think people will think we're crazy for not including one of the silent murderers, siren slashers, like
I sure
Jason
hope so.
And Michael?
That's what we do, David. We go crazy. We go weird.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I agree with you. I think we should pick Danny Trejo's character because everyone would have picked Jason Voorhees, and we're about, trying new things, just like this movie we're reviewing.
The throwing knife market became a boomtown in the 90s after Desperado, and that's because of him. So we got to give him credit.
How many people got stabbed in the arm holding stuff up?
I went out and I was throwing knives at a tree, and I had no shoes on, and I threw the knife. It bounced off the tree, and it went right in between my big toe and my other toe, right in between it. But imagine if it was a centimeter, a couple centimeters to the right or left. My toe would have been smushed. So, yeah, I mean, I almost suffer from those injuries. That's for sure. Well, this was fun, man. Thank you for suggesting this episode. I loved our trailer talk. I loved our discussion on this. I had a great time.
Yeah, this was amazing. We may even be back, Mark. We'll talk about this maybe when it comes out, but there's another Nick Cage movie coming out this year that looks amazing. I believe it's called Prisoners of Ghostland or The Prisoners of Ghostland.
Oh yeah, it was just on Sundance.
Yeah. I tried to get tickets to it, but it sold out immediately.
Yeah, I kicked myself for that. I kicked myself. I wanted to watch Ben Wheatley's, but I wasn't available at that time, and I wanted to watch a shark documentary, and I couldn't do it. But yeah, no, I'm in. Let's do it. Let's cover all his movies that are coming out this year. I'm in.
Well, be careful. He does do 6 movies a year. We gotta.
Yeah, you're right. We got to do our Underworld franchise too. So.
Well, eventually, that's the promise that hasn't been fulfilled in 6 months.
Yeah, we need to do it. So hey, how about this? Before we get out of here, do you want to tell everyone about the Award Wieners Movie Review Podcast and your website and your reviews?
Yeah. So I am the co-host of Award Wieners, and that is a movie review podcast where we do Oscar Mayer hot dogs and Oscar-winning movies. So we create a recipe based off an Oscar Best Picture winner. It's highbrow meets lowbrow. And we are doing Chariots of Fire next, and that'll probably come out in March. And I don't know when you're listening to this, so March 2021. It's a lot of fun. We make sure to talk about the context of when the movies come out and why they win. So it's not all about just being goofy and weird, but we try to actually teach you something about the films.
You'll learn things, and that's amazing. Imagine that.
You'd be surprised.
Imagine that. And then also make sure to go to Instagram and follow the Award Wieners Movie Review podcast, or just Award Wieners. It's A+ content, and it makes me laugh. And it's daring, it's funny, it's kind of, sometimes it's quite controversial, and I love it. But it's not controversial on purpose, but I like it. I think it makes me laugh, and you're more daring than I'll ever be, David. So
thank you. I appreciate that.
I mean, go on there and please follow Award Wieners on Instagram. It's a hoot, and you'll love it. So, but David, thank you, man. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you. It's been great.
All right. So for me, Mark Hoffmeyer, and for David Punch Soda Cross, this is Movies, Films, and Flicks. We'll see you next week.